Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan and I'm one of the digital analysts at Amazing Metrics. Today I wanted to show you how to use the YouTube Video Trigger in Google Tag Manager. This trigger can be used to track various user interactions with YouTube videos that are embedded on your website. For the example in this video, I'll be using this trigger to add events to Google Analytics, but you could use the trigger to add data to whichever data tracking tool you're using in Tag Manager. Let's get started. We'll begin by creating the YouTube Video Trigger itself. So open your GTM instance and navigate to the Triggers section. Once there, click on New. Now click in the Trigger configuration box and select YouTube Video. This is the YouTube Trigger configuration window. As you can see, several different user interactions can be used to trigger an event. These are when the user begins or completes watching a video, when the video is paused, the user seeks through the video, or when the video buffers, and finally, when the video plays through specified percentages of its total runtime. For our example, we are going to trigger Google Analytics events when the user plays a video, when they watch through 25, 50, and 75% of the video's runtime, and finally, when they complete the video. Here we want to make sure that the start, complete, and progress checkboxes are checked. In the text field that appears for progress, we will input 25, 50, and 75 in a comma-separated list. Next, click on the checkbox to add JavaScript API support to all YouTube videos. This will make sure that the YouTube video embeds on your website have the required JavaScript parameter added for this trigger to work. If you'd like to limit this trigger to only specific videos, then you can use the Some Videos option and specify your limitations as with any other trigger. For our example, we'll stick to all videos. At the top of the page, give your trigger a name. I've gone with YouTube Video Trigger. Then click Save. Now we're going to set up several variables, so click on the Variables tab in GTM. First, we will add 3 built-in variables, so click the Configure button, scroll down to the Video Variable section, and select the Video Status, Video Title, and Video Percent variables. Now we will create a user-defined variable that will help us populate the Google Analytics event. Under User-Defined Variables, click on the New button, and then click in the Variable Configuration box. Scroll down and select the Lookup Table variable type. Click on the Input Variable dropdown and select the Video Status variable you just configured. Use the Add Row button to add your first row. On the left-hand side is the Input text box. Here we will add each of the 3 events we configured in the YouTube Video Trigger. In the Output text box, we will add a phrase that will be more quickly understood by users in Google Analytics. In the first row, type Start for the input and Video Played for the output. Add another row and use Complete for the input and Video Completed for the output. Add a third row and type in Progress for the input. In the output field, we'll do something a little different. Type in Video Watched and then click the Variable button next to the text box. Select Video Percent and add a percentage sign after the variable name in the text box. Make sure your spacing is all correct. Then rename your variable to something like Video Status Lookup and you can hit Save. That's all the variables taken care of. All that's left to do is create the Google Analytics tag, so click on the Tag section in Google Tag Manager. Click the New button to add the tag. Once the tag configuration window is open, let's name the tag something like Google Analytics Video Event. Click in the Tag configuration box and add the Google Analytics Universal Analytics tag. Change the track type to Event, and the 3 Universal Analytics Event Tracking Parameter text boxes will appear. In the Event category text box, you can pick whatever category name you prefer, but we have simply gone with Video here. For the event action, click the button next to the text box to add a variable, and choose the Video Status Lookup variable we created earlier. For the event label, click on the variable button again and select Video Title. To finish off the tag, select your Google Analytics settings variable from the drop-down list and add the trigger to the tag. To do this, click in the triggering box and add the YouTube video trigger. That's all there is to it. Hit save and then you are ready to test and deploy your new tag.